What's happening, y'all? Whole lot of anime here, and in this video, we will explain the origin of all Titans and analyze the story of Ymir. Titans, for the most part, are mindless humanoid creatures, with the exception of 9 who are intelligent because they are under human control. But how did the Titans come to be? The Titan origin story is one filled with bloodshed and a grotesque obsession with power, which was to be achieved and maintained at any cost, no matter how sick or morbid those means may be. This story centers around Ymir Fritz, the founding Titan. Marleyan accounts claim that Ymir made a deal with the devil, but this is not true. But before we get into it, let's talk about who Ymir was. Ymir Fritz was a slave, some 2,000 years before the current story time period. She is depicted as the ideal slave, one who is completely dependent on her masters, one who gives and gives and gives until there is nothing left to give at all. One could see that Ymir was stuck, both mentally and physically. As with most slaves throughout history, they could not see their power because for too long they were abused into viewing themselves as weak and subservient. This holds true for Ymir, who obtained such an unknown power but remained subservient. While running from her masters, Ymir stumbles upon a tree with a hole in the side. Possibly seeking refuge, she enters and falls into a hole filled with water. There, a spinal column attaches itself to her and she transforms. It is assumed that she killed her pursuers and returns to the king. The story resumes, showing Ymir being told that she did good work, and she begins performing very arduous tasks like building bridges, fighting armies under the command of the king, as he sought to conquer the land. Ymir was simply a weapon, serving her king, doing as she was told. I wanted Ymir to take charge. I wish that she would have been brave enough to exercise her powers for her own good. I wanted her to be selfish. But Ymir chose to serve. She was too stuck in her ways after witnessing everything that the masters had done. She was blind to her power. The king made Ymir his childbearer simply because he wanted to find a way to keep her powers. Ymir had 3 daughters, Maria, Rose, and Cinna. Her daughters, in turn, went on to eat her human remains after Ymir was killed, trying to protect the king. Ymir died serving, never realizing her ability to free herself. But maybe she felt that others after her would have been able to do so, since she could not. Throughout the history after Ymir's death, her daughters had children, who in turn continued with the inheritance through eating. This happened until there were 9 Titans: the Founding Titan, the Warhammer Titan, the Attack Titan, the Beast Titan, the Female Titan, the Armored Titan, the Colossal Titan, the Cart Titan, and the Jaw Titan. Each of the 9 was held by an Eldian family, but held in balance by the founder. The descendants of Ymir are the only ones with the genetic capabilities of Titan transformation. All subjects of Ymir are linked to her at one coordinate, as she is the founding Titan. Thus, the mindless man-eating Titans were indeed former human beings. They can become Titans in 2 ways. 1, by consuming the spinal fluid from the founder, and 2, hearing the scream of the Beast Titan after consuming their spinal fluid. Ymir is the Kaguya from Naruto in Attack on Titan, just with a much better introduction and a better fit to the story. Isayama provided a brilliant backstory for the Titans, and Ymir is still an integral plot point.